tools like this can also further help you discover a gap in keywords, right? If you're using the paid plan, they can help you discover a gap in keywords, other keywords you may never have thought of how to find and use it. And aside the keyword thing, it does every other thing, even what we call link building, site audit, it audits your website, just like that SEO analyzer that we saw. So this one audits your website and tells you how your website is performing, what needs to be done on your site. It gives you SEO domain. It helps you research your competitor's site to find what they are doing. You even identify keyword. Look at the keyword gap and backlink gap, keywords gap and backlink gap. Let me see the two. So you enter a keyword here, enter a domain, your own domain name. Okay, so how this works, you put your own website domain, enter 3 or 4 of your competitors. So based on your research, obviously, whoever you should use as a competitor should be someone already doing well in that field. So you see what they are doing and, compare with yours. So it will help you identify a keyword they are probably not using that have the capacity to help your site grow, right? The same thing with backlink or gap also. All this, I will explain what all this means later. So let's proceed with our class. So how to optimize content for SEO, use keyword naturally. So make sure that when you are now using the keyword, make sure you use it naturally on the site. So you avoid what we call stuffing, because they say, okay, use keyword. You now start putting keywords that it doesn't even flow with your content. Google will recognize that and penalize you. So make sure it naturally flows with your content. Then focus on readability. Make sure you write clear, engaging content that answers users' questions. Then use image and alter text. So optimize image with descriptive alter text for better SEO accessibility and SEO. Now, by alter text, what we mean is when you add content on your page, right? So let me go back to the previous post we've made. When you add content on your page, you need to make sure that the image you are adding on your page is also optimized. Now, how do you optimize it? I'm going to show you. So aside making sure that the image has the right name, you know how you label an image when you've downloaded the image, or when you've downloaded the image on your desktop, you make sure you use the right label on the image. Now, aside using the right label, another thing you would do is go to the image. See, so let's say, for instance, this image, or no, let's say, let me add a new image. Let me just add a new page for new image. Let's say I want to add a new image here. So I want to add a new image. So let me get an image element, right? Now I'm going to pick the image from my media library rather. Okay, so let's say I want to add this image. I select the image. Already, this image already have a name, which is research.ng is the format it was created, right? Now there's this alter text. So Google search doesn't recognize this image, even though it's recommended. It's the alternative text that Google sees. So rather than just uploading it, make sure you add a descriptive alternative that describe what this image is, right? And also it relates to your business. Okay, so let's say we are using this image for a research purpose. I can just write maybe, let's say the topic of our content is how to research tenses. Okay, that is the topic. That topic could also be our keyword. So I could use the same keyword here, how to research tenses, right? So make sure you use the same, because this is how Google bot is going to read the image. They can't see the image. They're not human beings. It's your alternative text that we use to read the image. So what it means now that this image, now the alternative text is what they will recognize. And aside Google, also it is great for accessibility. By accessibility is there are those who have some defects, like they can't see. So they have a tool that helps them to read. So, and those two is engines. They are not human beings. So once the tool detects an image, the tool should be able to describe the image using that alternative text. Okay. And Google also recommend that for accessibility. You see it here, accessibility and SEO. So once you make your site easier that people with disability can understand the content on your site, Google would also help rank your website. Then internal and external link to other pages on your site and credible external source. So Google also recommend this. Now, while you are linking your site, make sure you also link to an external website, because external website can also help you rank your site. Now, by linking to external website, what does that mean? Let me go back to Healthline again. So Healthline, aside the fact they interlink their sites, like all these things are linked to other sites on their page. So if you look at this content now, overly dry hair, you see the dry hair is actually in another color, which is, I think, what color, but it's not black. So if you click it now, it takes you to another link, which is obviously in their site. Dry hair link, right? This is what we call interlinking. Now, external linking is they can also link to an external page that is not even related to, no, not it's related, but it's not their page. But that page you're linking to is an authority page. How do you know they are linked to? If you go down under the source, you see the pages they are linked to. These are external sites, okay, which shows that they did their research from the site, and it's more like resources where they get the information that helps them shape. So Google also recommend things like this. Okay, so it's not just your own content. Google, you also have to link to some external content. Maybe you are partnering or you are collaborating with another company and all that. Make sure you cite them. So it's not more like you cite them the way the Healthline did their own. There are different ways you can cite it, right? Healthline uses this strategy because they are health related company. They want to show that they do research from other sites and all that. You can choose to do your own a different way based on whatever business you want to use it for. Okay, so you make sure you link to an external site, and that is where that link building also comes in. Link building. Okay, so now how to optimize image for SEO. So I've already talked about it. File name, use descriptive file name with the right keyword. For instance, WordPress SEO tips. So if it's long, if the keywords are long, you use those dash in between the words. Okay. Then alternative text, write concise alternative text that describe the image and include a keyword. Then compressed image, use tools like Tiny, PNG, or Smosh to reduce your file size and improve page load speed. So make sure that the image you are uploading, the size is not too high, because it can reduce your site page speed. And once it reduces your site page speed, it affects your ranking. Okay. They use proper format for high quality and small size. Use JPEG for photos and PNG for graphics. So these are just image formats you can use. So for web, as far as web is with data, make sure the image you use is between JPEG and PNG. Okay, anything aside, I think there's another one that is web something. I think that one is on that third one too. But the popular ones is JPEG and PNG formats. Then now go to mobile optimization for SEO. Mobile traffic. More than 50% of website traffic comes from mobile device. So you know that, you and I know that because of the way mobile device is now, most people browse the website using mobile, which means if you build a website, people are going to look at it via mobile. So you make sure that your website is mobile responsiveness. Ensure your WordPress site adapt to different screen size. Remember, I told you when you're going to purchase a theme or use a theme, most of them are already mobile optimized, but you also need to check, right? You also need to check. So Google prioritize mobile friendly website in search ranking. So any website that is mobile friendly, Google recognize it. So how do you optimize? Use responsive theme, enable mobile friendly plugin, and test on multiple devices. So how do you do testing to ensure that your site is mobile friendly? There are a lot of tools out there. One of the two I like using is tech scene. So what I do with this tech scene is whenever I'm done building a website for clients, although I already know that the theme I use for my clients is mobile responsive, right? But I also want to see how it looks visually. Okay. So what I do, I just type the site here. So let's say, okay, let me do for this, howtohelp.com. So now this tool now is going to generate how the site is looking on different devices, which is already presented here for me, right? So after building the website, I look at it. So this is how it appears on all the devices. This is how it appears on the desktop. Look at it. It gives me a visual view on how the website I designed appears, right? So for the web, for the desktop, this is how it looks. For the laptop, this is how it looks as well. For the tab, this is how it looks on the tab. Okay. Then for the mobile, this is how it looks. So if you look at the look on the mobile, you see that the mobile tool is optimized. So this tells me that, okay, fine, after every website, everything is looking good before I can now finally release it to my clients. Let me check Distressed Women site as well. Okay, the same with this one. See how it looks. Still loading. Okay. So this is how it looks on the desktop. So has almost finished. This is the laptop. This is the tablet, and this is the mobile. So for me, most important is how it looks on the mobile, because a lot of people would eventually use mobile to look at it. So it's the mobile one that I'm always more concerned about. And once it looks good, then we are good to go. So this is how it looks on different devices. Okay, so you need to ensure that the site you are building is optimized for mobile. Okay. Then we'll now look at technical SEO basics. Now, what is technical SEO basics? Now, just like we talked about on-page optimization, I told you it are things you do on your site. Then the technical are some technical stuff that will be done on your site to ensure that your site meets Google factor recommendation or criteria. So one of them is XML sitemap. So you create and submit an XLM sitemap to help search engine index your site. Okay, so sitemap is more like when you submit it, you are telling Google, okay, this is how I design my site. This is how the structure. It's just like you're building a house. You have a foundation. No, not even a foundation. You have a blueprint of how your house should be. You take the blueprint and give it to your contractor. Now use this blueprint to design my website. So this is what sitemap does. You're submitting it to tell Google, this is how my website is structured. Okay, and the good thing with using the SEO to the installed one, RankMath, that RankMath automatically creates the structure for you. Okay, so then there's the robot.txt file. This ensure your robot.txt file is properly set to allow search engine crawl. So it's a robot that allows search engine to come to your site and start crawling your website. And there is a site speed. So I use caching plugins and compressed image to improve loading time. So it's a plugin that help reduces that help improve your load time. And of course, it secured your website, your site HTTPS. You make sure you use a SSL certificate to make your site HTTPS and boost ranking. So regarding the XML sitemap, so let me show you on my client site the sitemap I set up for him. So you see how it looks. So for the sitemap, I told you with the rank math, we don't need to go building those things differently. So rank math will help set it up for us once you've installed the tool. So if I go to sitemap setting, so when I install the tool, this tool generates the sitemap structure for my site. So you look at it now, this is the sitemap for Soho Home. So if I click it now, it helps give the structure of the site, how the site is structured based on link. So these are the links. As you can see now, this is different structures of the link. We have the post, sitemap, page, agency, product, property. Since it's a property site, so it has picked it based on the way it is. So what it means that we now submit this this sitemap to Google to ensure that Google ranks the site. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to get that done. Let me see if it's okay. Okay, so now let me explain how it's done. So when you set up your rank maths, right? So let me explain before we end our class. So when you've installed the tools and all that, the next thing to do is now we go to each of the pages and start optimizing the page. Now, how do you get that done? Let me go to the page. So now, because this is a real estate website, they don't really deal with a lot of pages, just few pages that they worked with. They have the home page, the About Us page. So let me open the About Us page. Okay, so let me go. So most of those pages are not what we are using, just few of them that we're going to rank, or rather, I am ranking. Okay, so the one of the important page would be the home page. So I'll go to the home page. Okay, this is the home page. We'll go to the home page. So now this is the home page. First of all, let me go to the front page. So we'll look at the way the front page of the site is. This is the home page of the page. So it's a listing site for property. So it's not your regular content, right? It's a content page. So if you look at it, see the only page you have there is home, about, property, gallery, contact, news, then resources. So now the home page here, this is where the rankings start happening. So this is the SEO rank. So here, this is what I start doing. Now I'm optimizing this site for buy and sell property in Nigeria. Buy and sell property in Nigeria. I want it to rank for buy and sell property. And based on what I'm doing, the goal is to get this thing to change to green, right? And so far, the SEO optimization is at 48%, 48 over 100. So the goal is to move it to 100. It may not really get 100 exactly. It may not really get 100, but at least you try to get to somewhere. And the good thing with rank math is rank math will be telling you what you need to optimize. If you look at it now, there are 3 things I need to do, rather 4. Basic SEO, some additional, the title readability, then content readability. Now for the basic readability, I should add a keyword, focus keyword, which is what I've added here. That's why it was marked good. The focus keyword is used inside the SEO meta description, which is what I have used inside. Make sure I use the same keyword to describe the content inside, right? Which is what I've used here. Okay. Then use focus keywords at the beginning of your content. Use focus keyword in the content. So like I say, it depending on the kind of thing you are building. This is a real estate property site, right? I cannot use the focus keyword in the content because the site just listing. So I've actually tried adding the keywords there, but it still didn't recognize it, like buy and sell property in Nigeria. So it was supposed to recognize it. I don't know if it's from the team, but I'm still working on it. So it's supposed to recognize it as the content, but it's not recognizing it. So most often, that is another challenge with some teams. There are some things you want to use. It will not necessarily be that good, that SEO friendly. But the goal is try to some extent to improve your site, right, with it. Then here again, say use focus keyword in subheading, which is H2, H3, which is what I actually use here. This is the H2, but it's still not recognizing it. So I think it's from the team. They add an image with your focus keyword. So this image on the side, I've added the focus keyword. It still didn't recognize it. This is because of the team. Then the keyword density, we should also allow the keyword should be listed at least maybe like 3 or 4 times. Like I say, it needs to flow naturally. So these are things I'm still working on. You see, add additional internal keyword. So these are the instructions I need to do. Readability, focus keyword is used at the title, readability, then the content, add some shorts and other things. So all these are the instructions we need to follow to make sure the site is optimized well. Then for the about us, I think the about us is around 57%. Now, because the about us is easy for me to create, right? Because it's something I can create from scratch. Unlike this one that is already a listing, it's more like a plugin. I can easily write something here, like supposing is distressed woman. Am I right? Let me put distresswomen.ng. I can easily optimize this site. Why is it not open? Sorry, not .ng, .org. I can easily optimize this website, right? Because it's content open. I don't know if you understand me. It's content open. It's not plugin enabled like that property. This one is content open. So I can easily optimize this one. But this particular one is plugin enabled. All these things now are not just, I didn't create, it's not a content you create, it's a plugin that's already designed. Okay, so enabling, optimizing it may be a little bit challenging. That's why I'm still working on it to fix it. But the about us page is actually content enabled. So that's why I've been able to enable it. I see it's already changed from red to yellow. So I'm optimizing this one again for real estate company in Nigeria. So when people search for real estate company in Nigeria, Soho Home would be among the first page that would appear based on my SEO efforts. Now, if you look at it again, see the factors that so far have fixed the good ones. Then these other ones too is what I'm still working on. Additionally too, focus keywords needs to be the H2. Then I have to add image. I have to add the focus keyword as an alternative text. Then I'll make sure that the keyword is ranking around some number. It should appear, 2 or 3 times. Then you look at that link out to external resources. So I need to link out to external resources, add internal link, and do some other things. So this is all the things we need to do on the site to make sure that the website is ranking well. Okay, so these are the factors. And this is what you do. Imagine you have a page, like 10 pages on your site. Each of them must be set. Now, when you are done with that, you go to advanced. This is where you decide if you want it to be ranked. If you don't want a site to be ranked, if you don't want Google to not index a site, all you need to do, just select no index. Okay, and Google will stop crawling on the site. So there are some reasons why you may want a site not to be indexed. Not all the pages on your site should be indexed. You understand? Like pages that have where users can log in. You don't need the login page to be indexed. You want the important page, like the home page, to be indexed. Then here's the schema. This is where you build that stuff that when we looked at Google search engine, there are the knowledge base that appear, there is a video that appear. It's the schema that you use, right? It's the schema that you use. Now, because I'm using free version of rank math, I cannot generate a schema for these two for real estate. They only allow some free ones. The ones they allow is article, course, events, and some product and person. Other one like frequent asked question, how to fact check is not enabled. Now there is room to add a custom schema, but of course it's going to be the free plan. This is where I would have added a real estate schema for search engine result page. Do you even understand all the things I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So basically, this is where I would have just put the schema. But now, for me to achieve that, I need to use the paid plan of these two to achieve it. But then we still manage what we have. So this is also another thing we call how the page appears on social media. So this is how it will appear on social media, right? In case maybe, for instance, I shared a blog post on social media, and for some reason, the image I share is not appearing. This should be able to appear on the Facebook or the Twitter page. Okay, so basically, this is how you set your page, and you make sure you do it in all the pages on your site one by one. All the pages on your site one by one. So there's this table of content that it is also recommended. This table of content is what will actually help sites that use this what they call it, this particular schema. Let me see. FAQ, fact check, and I think how to, because people are using question keyword to ask questions. So if you have a table of content on your site, Google would list your info as a question. Let's see. Let me open how to bake a cake. How to bake a cake. Let me see if I can get such info here. No. Okay. So sometimes you see a step-by-step process that is listed. It's based on the schema that you use. It's not appearing here. It didn't appear here. I'm sure if I try on that keyword, it will. So, but let's proceed with our class. So basically, that is how you work with SEO. And SEO is not something you just do once and leave. No, you need to be consistent with it. And the one thing I would consider it as a disadvantage is that when you start this SEO strategy on your site, there is a likelihood you will not see result in the first 3 months, which is why SEO is really, really difficult to as a business to move here in Nigeria. Because Nigerians, we believe in seeing results. If you run ads, they're supposed to start seeing results. And you're telling your client that you're setting SEO that it takes 3 months. So most clients are not really confident because they don't even understand what you're talking about. But those ones that understand how SEO works know that they leave it, at least give it 3 months before you start seeing results on it, because it takes time. You're not the first person. Your site is not the first site that is there. There are other sites that is built before you. So you need to give it time so that you start ranking effectively. Then monitoring your site performance. Then you use Google Analytics to track traffic, user behavior, and conversion on your site. They use Google Search Console to monitor search performance. You use SEO report. That is if you're using the Yoast, right, to get SEO insight directly from your WordPress website. They check backlink. Use tools like Ahrefs to monitor your site backlink. So now I was saying about, if I was telling you something that when you use that sitemap, right? I've shown you the sitemap to get your site structure. You submit it to Google. Now, how you get submitted to Google is through what we call Google Search Console. Google Search Console. Let me open it. Google Search Console. So this is where you submit your site to Google and tell Google, okay, Google, it's time for you to start ranking my site. Okay, so let me open it and show you how it looks. I did it for Carlo Agile website. So if you look at it now, this is so fine. Let me increase it. So now look at it now. So this is where we submit it. As you can see, look at the site map. This is the site map. It's going to end soon. I hope I can finish this for okay, so this is the page that is 51 pages is indexed. So for this Carlo Aja, this website, this is my client's website. 51 of the sites has been indexed. This is the website that says into still trying to finances, right? Still trying to load. So 51 of the site is indexed, 44 is not indexed for some reasons. So these are, they give us some reason. There's some sites. This is why I say most often you need to have someone who manage your website. So I've not started managing the site. Once I start managing the site, all these things I need to fix. So I'm still discussing with him. Whenever he's ready, I'll start fixing those things for him. So now, how is the site performance so far? These are what the ones I've done in the past, right? So based on what we've done in the site, we get to know how well the site is ranking. So for the last 3 months, they have over 1,000 clicks on the site. Look at the impression. These are people who have seen the site on Google search engine. Okay. And the good thing is that the man is really visible on social media, especially Twitter. It's very visible. So that is also helping him. So people searching for these keywords are finding his website. Asymmetric corridor, NPR rates, NPR rates, NPR rates and all this. So you can see the clicks he's getting that is bringing people to his website, right? The page people are visiting more. These are the page. So one of the page that people are visiting is he wrote a content on understanding the monetary policy rate, and he has over 896 clicks with over 46,000 visibility. Okay, so he's getting visibility. He was even telling me recently that he wants to monetize the website. I said, okay, no problem. I can set it up for him whenever he's ready. So look at also the countries that are visiting the site. You get to know which country visiting the site the more, and the visibility rates, then the devices they are using to check content on the site. So that is why it's always recommended. See that mobile is usually higher. Mobile have about 786 mobile clicks. Then where it's appearing, search appearance. Okay, then dates the content appear on Google, on the Google site and all that. Then Google also introduced those other performance metrics, console insights. So it's a new insight they introduced to see how the site, for one to monitor how the site is performing based on some achievements. So for the past 28 years, it has improved. This red sign shows that there is the increase in search visibility. It helps you understand how well the site is performing. So because this is where we submit it, so now they're giving us info how the site is performing. Another tool I will use to check that is what we call Google Analytics. Google Analytics gives us more info on the site visitors, people that are visiting the website. We get to learn more about where they are coming from, the device, and all those information. So let me also go to the Google Insight for this, my clients, to also see how the site is also performing. Okay, so now if you look at it now, this is the page for my client. You see, so far compared to last month, he has about 117 active users on the site, right? You see the visibility where people are coming from for the past 7 days, have more Nigerians, US. So people are visiting the site. And if you look at it and I see organic search. So people are really searching for information and he's giving his site visibility. That was why I was telling him that you need to start managing the site like officially. After building this, I've not really managed it. So I've seen how the site is performing. So I'm advising him to. So, and people, because he's very active on social media, you see people from social media to are visiting his site and direct and all that. So this is where you can get the traffic acquisition, where it's acquiring traffic. Traffic acquisition, where most of his traffic is coming from. So majority of his traffic is from search engine. The next one is organic search. Next one is direct, then few referral, and the rest is unassigned. So the organic traffic shows that the SEO I did on the site is doing well. Okay, it's doing well. This organic social media is its own efforts, because he's very he has a lot of followers on Instagram. So hence the organic social. So he doesn't really need to run ads. It doesn't really need to run and run. And funny enough, it's been over like, I think it's over like 4 months. No, I think it's up to 5 months that he's written the last content. But this content keep giving him visibility, and all that. Okay, so this is one good thing about the SEO. What SEO? SEO also give us information on how what device people are using to search the site. Let's see. So if someone is on the site currently now, we know this is real-time visibility. So although I'm on the site, but because I'm logged in, I'm recognized as the owner because I'm logged in. But if I was logged out now and I'm on the site, it will show me that someone is on the site. Then here we get to know which of the page that people are viewing more. This other visibility, though Google has actually made a lot of changes on their sites, their analytics. So they have more info, and I've not really been able to take my time to go through their tools, but they've made a lot of changes on their page. I'm looking for devices used. And this is another great one. This event count, it tells you the site, the part of the page users visit and what they do there. So you get to understand what they are doing on your page, what part of your page they are in, how long they spend on the page. See the average time they spend on a particular part of the page, right? So there's a lot of information that can help business, even the gender and all that. So all these things are just things that will help optimize the website to help it rank very well. Okay, this is going to finish in time. Let me just see if I can run that before it goes down. So basically, that is I've just shown you the analytics and the search engine console, right? So now activity, you're going to also set up your SEO for your WordPress post. So you're going to install and activate any plugin. You can use Rank Math, you can use Yoast. They're almost the same thing, but I recommend Rank Math because we're easy to understand. Except you also have improved theirs now. Select a blog post or a page to optimize on your site. Add a focus keyword and write an optimized meta description. Ensure your titles, your heading, and alter text include relevant keywords. Then check your SEO analysis use and improve the readability and SEO score. So these are just what you're going to say based on what you've learned today. So you're going to ensure that you set that up. Then WordPress SEO best practice. Focus on creating high quality original content. Regularly update your site with fresh content. Optimize all media, including image, video, and files. Use internal linking to boost site structure and SEO. They monitor performance and make adjustments regularly. So the recap for this training, you'll be able to understand that SEO will help your websites rank higher and attract organic traffic. Plugins like Yoast makes it easy to optimize your site for search engine. Focus on key elements like keywords, content, image, and technical SEO. Use tools like Google Analytics and Search Engine to monitor performance. Do you have any question before we end this class? It's going to end anytime soon. Any question?
No.
Okay, but at least you understood what was taught today.
Yes, that's what I did.
All right. Okay. So how is your website design coming up?
Yeah, it's still in the works, honestly. Like I'm taking time, little time every other day to just try and brush it up a bit based on what we're learning. So is there like a time you have in mind